Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone in the YouTube world. So welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about all the shows, amenities, and activities on the Utopia of the Seas, being the second largest ship in the world in 2024. So just as a quick disclaimer, this is going to be a summary of everything to do on the Utopia of the Seas, but if you want to go to my experience and my thoughts, if you want to know that, go back to this video so that you can watch my overall thoughts on the Utopia of the Seas. So first, let's start with the shows on the Utopia of the Seas. Now first, we have to talk about one of my favorite shows on the Utopia, and that's Aqua 82 at the Aqua Theater almost every single night. You're gonna have acrobatics in the water, high dives. It's a lot of fun. I love this area. It was open air, so the time that I went, it was raining. But that didn't stop us from watching this amazing show. It was so energetic and fun because overall I give it a 5 out of 5. This show does involve a lot of songs from the 80s, so you'll do a lot of remembering on this one. And they do have a specific dance for every single song. So it was such a great time. And just a quick tip, you don't have to really reserve. We just kind of walked in, got some seats, and we had to end up standing up in the shade because it was raining quite a bit. But the show went on, so it was a great time. The next show that I want to talk about is Utopia, and that is going to be at Studio B. So this show is amazing. This one you absolutely have to reserve because it is always packed. Not a single seat is open for this show if you get there even a little late. So you must arrive early, get you a good seat. You're going to enjoy this fun, packed ice skating show. It is one of the best ice skating shows. Actually, Royal Caribbean does a great job with ice skating shows. They have lots of props, lots of different outfit changes, and a ton of people skating, to be honest. It's a big team full of energy, and I loved it. I give it a 5 out of 5 any day. Now we're going to talk about the all-in production show there at the Royal Theater. This show is not every night, so no reservation needed here. You just have to check on the app and see when this show is playing. But overall, it was a great, funny, interactive show because they do get some audience to play and go on stage and guess at the different songs that they do play throughout the show. So with a game show feel, you do have to guess the different artists, the different songs that play in the background. Now their singers here are amazing. I love their voices. Overall, personally, I would give it a 3 out of 5 because it's not too much movement. It's more just like listening, paying attention, laughing all the time. I love this still. I'd still go watch it. I laughed plenty of times, and just make sure you sit and get a good view of the show. And now we move on to the Comedy Club, which on the Utopia in my sailing, they had 2 really good comedians, and I loved their shows. They were completely different in their own way. They had rated R, and then they also had a PG-13. So you could either like have it, clean or a little dirty if you wanted to. But either way, they were so funny and hilarious. The shows were about, I'd say, 45 minutes. So great experience, no reservation needed. And this was either at the Royal Theater or at the Comedy Club, the Attic. And I give them a 4 out of 5. They were very funny, very hilarious. Now just remember that all the shows are included, so you don't have to pay a single dollar more. So we're gonna move on to the Family Feud, which I did not watch personally. I heard really good things about it. And there are just so many more shows that I did not get to watch because I only had 4 nights in the Utopia of the Seas. I don't know what I was thinking when I booked this thing. I almost should have booked a back-to-back so that I could truly watch everything that I wanted to. So whether you book your next cruise with me or with anyone else, just make sure that 90 days in advance before your cruise, get on the app and book all of those shows because you just want to make sure you have a seat. Some of them are more popular than others, but just go ahead and put it on your schedule so you just don't forget. And now guys, we're gonna move on to the amenities and activities. So this list is endless, so let's get on with the list. Now just a reminder guys, Utopia of the Seas is currently the second largest ship in the world. So this ship has literally dozens and dozens and maybe close to hundreds of activities to do. So I'm not gonna name every single one, but I am gonna do my best on everything that I did and that I know of. So let's get on with the first item. So first things first, mini golf, and that is included. That is 9 holes of a lot of fun. They had structures all around. I took a lot of photos, a lot of videos. I had a great time. I actually won the 9-hole course and I loved it. Again, it was pretty busy, but again, I didn't have to wait. Now next to the mini golf, or actually across on the other side of the ship, you're gonna find the sports courts, which host the basketball. It has volleyball. You can play ping pong right off to the side. You can play any game that you can think of. It is available there, and it is all on the schedule. They have competitions. That was super fun. I've done a few myself. So by the ways, this is located on deck 16 and the aft of the ship. Now the next activity that is included, or I guess I should say amenity, is that secretly on deck 5, if you go to deck 5, you will find the jogging track. And so to me, I feel like this was hidden because it is so low to the water that you can kind of get lost and not find it at all on your sailing. But once you get to deck 5, you're going to enjoy this jogging track that literally goes all around the ship. It is super long. I mean, it takes about 20 minutes, I would say maybe 15 minutes to walk the whole jogging track. Lots of people, so it got crowded sometimes, and it is connected to the gym. If you want the absolute best views of the ocean, I advise you to go to deck 5. Go to the very back of the ship. It is super quiet. You'll find some seating there actually next to the jogging track, and you can take all the photos and videos, but you will see all the waves go by on an ocean day, or actually a sea day. So because we were talking about the jogging track, now we can talk about the gym, which is located on deck 5 and I would say 6, more of 6, because right there, the gym being included, I've never seen such a massive gym. Definitely packed a lot of times. Even then, it was the largest gym I've seen at sea. And this is a completely full state-of-the-art gym. I'm talking about all the machines you can think of, all the weights you can think of, the yoga balls, the areas to just go on the bicycles there. So lots of classes, a lot of towels. They had water available there for drinking, and it really felt like you were at a real gym. So that's a really cool part about this massive ship. Now, right next to the gym, you have the Vitality Spa, and you have all the areas where you can do cosmetic things, especially for the ladies. But the spa is something that is not included. I did get to walk briefly through there, but I didn't do any of the things to do there. So it's just something to note that if you want a relaxing, beautiful spa day, you can always enjoy it on the Utopia of the Seas. Now, the next activity that I want to talk about, and I really had so much fun with this, was a zip line. So you're going to go on deck 16 at the back of the ship. You're going to find the zip line. You're going to be in line probably because it's one of the most popular things to do. You're going to have a little safety briefing. Then you're going to put your gear. Then you're going to wait in line again and finally get on the zip line, which probably lasts, I would say, about 7 to 8 seconds, but super thrilling and fun. Now, Casino Royale, every Royal Caribbean ship has a casino. So Casino Royale is a massive, massive casino with all these machines and tables that I got to walk through and experience. I didn't gamble at all, but I did walk through there plenty of times. Now, this area is smoking. Now, something that I've never seen on a cruise before is actually a separate room for non-smoking people. So that was really, really cool to see. I actually got to walk through there and confirm that it does not smell like any smoke. Now, the flow rider at the very back of the ship on deck 16, again, another very fun included activity. So the list is just going on and going on. So after waiting for about an hour in the hot sun, I was actually able to get a boogie board and surf for about 10 minutes on the flow rider. And that was absolutely challenging. I don't know if I would do it again because I got nervous. Everybody was probably laughing at me because I wiped out about 2 or 3 times. But hey, it was so much fun, a learning experience. But I do have a helpful tip, and that's going to be go to the side of the flow rider and you're going to see this large desk where you're going to want to watch a safety briefing video for about 3 minutes, and they're going to give you a white wristband. Now, I didn't know this until I was up next on the flow rider, and they made me wait just a little more because I had to go watch the video over here, get a white wristband, and then continue on the flow rider. Another amenity I wanted to talk about is the solarium, and that's at the very front of the ship. This area, you could actually spend the whole day there and do something different. You could either go eat, go to the bar, or enjoy many of the jacuzzis in that area. And it wasn't too hot in there per se. It had a little heat in there, so you'll sweat a little bit, but you enjoy the shade while you're at it. Now, one of the most unique amenities here on the Utopia of the Seas, I would say, is the ice skating for everyone. So you're able to reserve a spot on the app, but like me, I got super lucky. I just walked up and found a really quick slot so that I could go ice skating for 20 minutes. So they do call your room number when you're ready. Then you put on the skates and you're ready to go for the next 20 minutes. You can ice skate all throughout the area at Studio B. Super fun, a little challenging for myself as I'm not experienced at all, but I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5, and a really cool thing to say that you can ice skate in the middle of the ocean. Now the next activity that I want to talk about is a rock wall climbing, and not one, but they have 2 rock walls, and that is amazing. It was full of people, lots of kids, but lots of older adults that were just trying to go to the top and enjoy themselves. So the rock climbing is right next to the Aqua Theater, so you're gonna have amazing views of the ocean when you're up pretty high. So again, if I would have tried, I think it would have been a great challenge, but I literally did not have time. So that's why even with one more day, I promised myself I would have had plenty of time to do everything on the ship. The next activity that we have is a Royal Escape Room, and that is about $30 per person. And this place is something like a big room where you want to enter. You have to like solve puzzles and try to find your way out of the room. So for the escape room, if you have done it, please let me know in the comments. I did want to try this, but again, I didn't have the time, so I have to go back on the Utopia just for that. So once you go to the boardwalk, you'll find the carousel, which again is known as a merry-go-round. At least that's how I say it. But that is included. Don't worry, there's lots of kids and a lot of adults there as well. So that looks super fun. Didn't have the time to do it, but it was right on the boardwalk. I passed it plenty of times, and it has that carnival feel, like as if you're at a park at a carnival. So the hot dogs were right next to it, so perfect vibes. I like it. It looks like just a relaxing ride for anyone to enjoy. So the large dry slide at the very back of the ship is called the Ultimate Abyss. And now you're not going to want to miss this activity because it is super fast, super fun. It was about a 10-second ride, and I actually got to race a little kid on the other side of the ride, and he actually beat me. So very fun, very, it's like a racing kind of thing if you have someone to race, and very fun. Now there is something I want to say that I didn't even know existed, and they actually had laser tag at Studio B. So I think I completely missed that. I must have been busy or sleeping or just eating my way through the Utopia of the Seas. But laser tag on a ship, I'm all in for that, and I wish I would have done that. So that activity is included. Now something pretty cool in the Utopia of the Seas, especially for the little ones, that is that if you go to deck 14, they have Adventure Ocean, which is also known as the Youth Zone neighborhood. In this area is anywhere from babies basically to 11-year-olds, where they have separate rooms and they have separate activities depending on your age. So adults can leave their kids there. Adults can also go out and enjoy their day while their young ones are enjoying the room. There are daycares there available, so lots of amenities for the adults to enjoy while the kids are having fun in their own space. And last but not least, we have the Thrill Water Park, which is for people of all ages. It looks super fun. I got to go on one of the slides and I had a great time. Again, there was sections for kids, but also sections for adults with the massive water slides they had there on the Utopia of the Seas. It was very fun. So there you have it, guys. A majority of the amenities and activities of things to do on the Utopia of the Seas. I might have missed a few here and there. So just keep in mind, guys, you have something to always do for every age group. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from, if you're a baby, if you're an old person. Again, there's so many things to do. It was so fun in the Utopia of the Seas, and I would go back right now if I could. So if you are ready to book your next cruise, whether it's on Royal Caribbean or any other cruise, please contact me. I would love to help you plan and book a trip for you and your family or your friends. Again, guys, I hope you found something valuable from this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to everyone out there in the YouTube world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you, and stay tuned for the next episode.